jump into the concepts. E7.html. Great. So first of all, let me discuss about the text properties. I mentioned CSS property, right? So in CSS properties, we have a sub properties are available. What are that? So text properties. So first of all, let me list out that. Text properties. Then background properties. Box modeling. And still we have positionings and flexbox and grid. So these are the properties we have. But flex and grid, it's a different concept. It's a huge concept and very important concept in the CSS. If you learn a flex and grid concept in the CSS, you can develop any kind of CSS applications, sorry, CSS websites. You can develop any kind of website with more responsive. So we will talk about it later. Responsive things, you might not understand this terminology called responsive. So you will understand once we step into the flex and grid concept. That you will understand. But as of now, we should focus on text properties, background properties, box modeling, and there is another concept called CSS positions. So I will let you know once we complete this. Okay, great. First of all, let me discuss about the text properties. Let me try to run this. Yes. So first, let me discuss about the text properties. So text properties అంటే ఏమేం రావచ్చు properties. Anybody can explain? So text properties nothing but colors. So under this, let me list out. So మనం HTML లో లిస్ట్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి ఏం యూస్ చేస్తాం? Anybody have an idea? Font size, rate, color, size, style. Wow, super, great. So let me take UL. So inside that, can we list out? Yes. So let's take color property, then font size, exactly as you said. Sorry, font size, font family. Then we have extra line. And is there anything? We have text decoration. And the final one is line height. Line height, T, IDHT, and one more thing is there, letter spacing also available. Don't feel bored. We can jump into the practical part. So almost all we will directly do with practical. There is no more theory part now. Okay, great. These are the text properties we have. These are the text properties: color, font size, font family, align, text align, text decoration, line height, and letter spacing. Okay. Now, can we implement this into CSS? Great. Now we need to create a CSS file. So for that, I'm going to use external CSS. Already you know how to create an external CSS file, right? So a7.css. And you know how to link this file. Before yesterday, you only mentioned we need to use link tag, isn't it? So here we need to pass the path of the CSS, a7. Great. Now we need to split this. So here I already mentioned that you can use this icon to split the screen. Sorry, I forgot to open it. So here you can use this to split the screen. Great. Now you can write the HTML code here. In the right side, you can write CSS. So first we need to write this universal tag. So we need to set all things to 0. By default, there is some border and there is some margin will be there. Now we need to set to 0. So you might not understand what is this border, what is this margin, but you will learn now. In the box modeling, you will learn this. What is this border? What is this border and what is this margin? You will learn in this concepts today. Okay. Okay. Quickly jump into this CSS. So now we need to decorate the H1 tag. Okay. So this is called element selector. So please remember when I use a direct tag name or element, so this is called an element selector, right? Great. Now we need to decorate the H1 tag, or else we can take the classes because we have a different tags, right? Sorry, different H1 tags here. So what we can do, we can take a class, take class name as text properties, txt hyphen properties, TIES. This is a class name. Now we need to access this here. So anybody, can you let me know how can we access this class name into here, or how can we access the class from HTML to CSS? With using dot. Exactly. So we need to use a dot to access the class here. Great. First one is color. Let's set color blue. Then font size 20 pixels. Let's take. Okay. Font family. So font family, I will let you know at the end of the thing, because there is we need to import external libraries from the Google. I will show you how to import this and how to link the external libraries into HTML or a CSS. I will let you know that. Just keep this font family for some time aside. So we will jump into the next one, text align. Text align. So for alignment, so basically you have three things: center, left, or right, or else we can say center, start, end. అర్థమవుతుందా? బేసికల్ గా త్రీ వాల్యూస్ ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట టెక్స్ట్ అలైన్ కి. అలైన్మెంట్ అంటేనే సెంటర్ ఉంటుంది, లెఫ్ట్ ఉంటుంది, రైట్ ఉంటుంది, isn't it? So here in this case I'm going to use left and then center and text decoration. What is this text decoration? So for text decoration we have multiple things: dashed, at the same time we have dotted, blue, sorry, double, line through, overline. These are the basic text decorations. So let me use underline. Okay. Then line height. So line height ఎప్పుడు యూస్ అవుతుందో మీకు చెప్తాను. In this case I'm going to use a line height, but I will let you know when it will help. Then letter spacing. So letter spacing we can make it as 2 pixels. Now quickly jump into the output. This gonna change, not this. This gonna change. Here we got here text properties. There is an error. Let me quickly solve it. No problem. What we need to do is, so let me tell you how it is. So 50 pixels. Let's assume. Shit. Yes. So text properties, right? మనకి ఇప్పుడు అండర్లైన్ వచ్చింది. ఫస్ట్ ఏంటి? కలర్ బ్లూ. ఓకే, కలర్ బ్లూ వచ్చింది. దెన్ 20 పిక్సెల్స్. ఓకే. ఫోంట్ ఫ్యామిలీ పక్కన పెట్టేయండి. ఇప్పుడు సెంటర్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ అలైన్మెంట్ సెంటర్ ఉంది. సో వాట్ ఐమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ ఇస్ going to do it left side. Now we got this text here. Just observe this only text properties. Okay, this fell into the left side. Now if you want this text property in the right side, so simply you can change this text align right. That's it. It's going to fall in the right side. This is called alignment, text alignment. అర్థమవుతుందా? మీరు డిసైడ్ చేయొచ్చు based upon your requirement. You can set the alignment of the text. So basically we prefer to use center, but according to our requirement we can change it. అర్థమవుతుందా? రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ బట్టి మనము సెంటర్ లేదా లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ రైట్ సైడ్ కావాలి మనం డిసైడ్ చేయొచ్చు. టెక్స్ట్ డెకరేషన్. సో I use underline here. So we got underline, right? Then what is the next one? Line height. I will let you know what it is. Letter spacing. So ఇక్కడ చూసారా, లెటర్ కి మనకి గ్యాప్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ, isn't it? లెటర్ కి గ్యాప్ ఉంది. So can we increase it? See, let me here 2 pixels is there. Letter spacing. Let me try to increase to 5 pixels. Okay. Now observe the space was increased automatically. స్పేస్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇంక్రీస్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు మీకు తెలుస్తుంది. లెటర్ స్పేసింగ్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇంక్రీస్ అవుతుంది. లెట్ వి పుట్ 10 pixels. Then see what is happening. The gap between the letters is increasing. When you increase the letter spacing, automatically the space is increasing in between the, see here. Automatically the space increase అవుతుంది. Let me try to 20 pixels. You will understand more better. See, అర్థమవుతుందా? దీన్ని లెటర్ స్పేసింగ్ అంటారు. దెన్ ఇది పక్కన పెట్టండి. ఇవన్నీ మనకి ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే పొజిషనింగ్ లో వస్తాయి. ఐ విల్ లెట్ యు నో. ఓకే, దిస్ ఆర్ ద టెక్స్ట్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ వి హ్యావ్. Okay, now it's time to discuss about the font family. At the same time, line height. So to do that, what we need to do is go to Google font, search for Google fonts, browse fonts. Here you will get first link. Let me share it with you. This is the link I'm going to share with you. So you can use this link, or you can bookmark this link. It will help you. Now search for, or you can see many fonts here, Chinese or whatever it. So based upon your requirement, so as you wish, you can go for it. Okay, so today let me go for any one. Everything is looking same. Okay, let me go for this. Okay, cool. So how can we do this? So click on get font here, icon, get font. So here it is showing embedded code. Don't download it. Instead of that, use embedded code option. Get embedded code. Click on it. So here you will get a kind of links, right? A kind of links which we need to import. Just give me a minute. So we need to copy this and we need to paste. Here we have a 2 ways to do this. So one is link, which is nothing but we can paste inside the HTML. Another one is import. We can import these links into a CSS directly. So let me show you 2 ways. Okay. So this is for web. If you are designing an Android application, other design చేస్తున్నారు, app design చేస్తున్నారు, Android like Kotlin, Java use చేసి, then you can go for this Android option. So it is different, right? And if you go for iOS apps design చేస్తున్నారంటే it is different. Flutter app, so it is different. But in this case, we are designing web development, right? So what we can do is we need to click. First of all, let me show you linking. So click on this copy code. It was copied. Now go to HTML. In HTML, inside the header tag. So did you remember that on the first day I mentioned that we will add external libraries inside the header tag, isn't it? Now just Control V. It will give a bunch of code, this is called the libraries. This is called Google Fonts libraries. To make sure to maintain the comments, that will give more understanding. Google Fonts libraries. Great. Now, what is the second step? Scroll down. Here you can find font families. Just copy it. Go to here, remove this font family and add this one. Oh, we need to remove this. Okay. Remove this. Done. So why we need to remove this means already we have a class name here. So వాళ్ళకు class name mention చేసి ఇస్తారనమాట. మనం కాపీ చేసుకోవాల్సిన ఓన్లీ ఈ పార్ట్ వరకే. Don't copy entire things. Only copy this one. From here, you can copy and you can paste it here. You can paste this here. Okay. Now let me see the output, uh, whether it's working or not. This is how it will work. Now refresh it. The text changed. So let me decrease this one, uh, 1 pixel, and let me increase the font size to, let's take 40 pixels. Now you will get more clarity on it. See, the text changed, the style changed. This is one way. So now we import or we link the external libraries in HTML. This is one way. Then what is the second way is we can directly import that external libraries in the CSS file, right? So how can we do that? Just follow the same step. Go here. So here we have another option called import. Click on it and select the core, copy core, and go here. So again, there is a two ways. So you can import this file. You can import this code in CSS using, sorry, in HTML using style tags like this. You can import. This is called internal CSS styling, right? You can do this. Or else, what you can do is you can directly copy this and you can import here. So I'm gonna remove this now because we need to check whether it is working or not. If you do this way, so we need to check whether it is working or not. Okay. So go here, refresh it. See, I'm refreshing it. Still it is working. Even if I remove the links from the HTML after adding the link in the CSS, still it is working. There is no difference. So there is a two ways we can do, right? So this is one way and this is second way. So you can ask me, just copy paste చేస్తారు కదా ఇక్కడ ఏముంది మ్యాజిక్ అనేసి. Yes. So you can't able to remember these things, right? You can't able to remember this entire URL. You can't able to remember these libraries. And also you can't able to remember this font families and font weight and font style. Because for different font styles, it will be different. So, okay, let me try to use another font. You will get a little bit clarity. So go back and go back little bit. Again, go back. Here we can see a multiple, right? So let me try to use one more thing and you will understand. Okay, can we use this? It is looking somewhat different compared to others. Okay, get font, get embedded code. So again and again, you no need to copy this. One time, if you copy and paste, it's fine. What we need to do is we need to change this one. We need to change this one. Go here, font family and font weight and font style. Great. Now go here. Oh, sorry. Go here, refresh it. Still it is not reflecting. Why? Is there any mistake here? So let me figure out where it is. So rock plus salt display swap. Okay, great. See. We need to add this. Why? Because did you observe this? The font name is where it is rock salt. Here they mentioned rock salt, isn't it? The font name is rock salt. So this library we need to import. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. So we need to import this library. So what we need to do is go here. I think this one thing is fine. Let's see. Yes. Now let me try to do this, or else still it is not reflecting. I don't know why. Yes, some font is not reflecting due to the UI based. So let me try to use another one. I'm also curious to see this whether it is working or not. It will work, but there might be a little bit of you know phone will not support for some browsers. Let me use another one. Mm, Yes, let me try to use this one. Get font, get embedded code. Just try to copy this and this one font family and font weight. For all it is giving, did you observe this? So here we have a rock salt. It is different. You can copy this. So we have a different ones. Okay. So here see embedded one which we used last time. So this is another one. Rock salt. This is another one. Font. So can we use the rock salt as of now? Just copy this and go here. Remove font family, font weight, and font style. Now let me try to use this. Refresh it. Yes, now it's changed. Boom. Now it's changed. Text properties. So this is how. So what we need to do is only one thing. Just remember carefully. So you need to go for this. You need to select whatever you want. The first thing you need to do is you need to copy paste only one link. The end of the thing you have on link, right? So you can copy paste it and you can scroll down. You will find three kind of different properties, CSS properties. So let me try to use one more thing. Last one. See, that text was changed. This is how we can use external Google Fonts libraries. So I hope you got the points. Any doubts here? So if you have any doubts, please keep it. So I will clear the doubts at the end of the session. Okay, great. So
So please say again once more. Deep explain.
right line height we didn't discuss, line letter spacing we discussed, and just don't like care about these two things as of now. We will learn the next part. So line height, how it will help. So go to here. Let's take instead of text properties, can we use a lorem ipsum? There you can understand lorem ipsum. This is a lorem ipsum. Okay, lorem ipsum nothing but it's a common random text. Okay, wow, this is how it's looking when you use that font. You know, let's do use this. Okay, you can change the font or else. Wow, wow, wow. You can change to normal one, then it happens. Great. So let me try to change to P, then you will understand. So here, great. Why font weight? Mm, so just remove this stuff. Let me try to figure it out. Actually, it should not happen like this. Let's see what is the issue. So basically, these things, and let me see. So this is how it will look actually. Okay. So then we need to set the line height here. Let's take 20 pixels line height. See, there's the two lines, right? When we use the 20 pixels, what is happening? The gap is increasing between these two things. So let me try to use 50 pixels line height. Now observe here, the line gap is increasing between these two things. And if I use 100 pixels, then you can observe the line gap is increasing here, isn't it? This is called a line gap. So when you use the paras, so the line gap will be increased. For example, if I use a break, the line height between the sentences. So when we use a line height means when you go for the paragraphs, when you have a bunch of lines, let's take a 50 to 60 lines. If it is looking like messy, zigzag, then in that cases you can use this line height. Okay. So at the same time, let me try to do one more thing. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to teach you one more thing. Just checking whether it is looking correct or not. Okay, great. So this is called align height. Now color, blue, font size. Let's take 12 or 18 pixels. Font weight. So here in the font weight, we have three things: normal, bold, and bolder. So basically we use bolder to make it thick. See, now it is become thick. Next, font style. We have again italic, this one, italic, normal, oblique U. So basically let's try to use italic. Then text align, center, text decoration, underline, letter spacing. As of now, let me take 1 pixel is enough. Yes, this is how it will look. So did we miss anything, any property here? Font family, obviously. Font family we missed. So as of now, by default, it is sans serif. You can call it as a serif also. It's like a normal text. Normal text. This is the text properties. Okay. Then now it's time to jump into the next concept. It's called background properties. So what are the background properties available? Anybody can you list out? Uh, Image. Then color, image, size. Then only two purples. So background, we have background color, background image, as you said, color, repeat, image, exactly. So we have this kind of things. Radius, shadow, of course. So this is, it will comes under border, shadow will comes under the box, of course. So I forgot one more thing. For text also we have a text shadow. What's this? Thanks, 07, thanks to remember me that. So we have a text shadow also available. I need to show you that how it will work. Okay. Okay, I will show you for this H1 type. So for this, we can take a new class BG property. BG stands for background. Okay, we can call it as a BG. Properties. Is that right? So we can copy paste this. Great, BG properties. So let me apply the text shadow for this. 1 pixels, 2 pixels, black. So can we try this? So here it will apply. Okay. Oh, already it is in black itself. Okay. Anyways, let me try this. Did you observe this? The text, we got shadow here. This is called text shadow. So let me tell you what is this 1 pixel, 2 pixel. So here the syntax is, let me put in comment, text shadow colon 1 pixels is the x-axis, and 2 pixels is the y-axis, and color code. This is called color code. Color code. So x-axis, y-axis, and color code. సో మనం ఇంక్రీజ్ చేద్దాం. ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తున్నాను నేను. యాక్చువల్గా 1 ఉండింది 2 పెడుతున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా వై యాక్సిస్ వచ్చి 2 ఉండింది 3 పెడుతున్నాను. ఓకే, నౌ అబ్జర్వ్ హియర్. డిడ్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్? ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ 2 ఇంక్రీజ్ చేశాను కాబట్టి లెఫ్ట్ కి వస్తుంది. అదేవిధంగా వై యాక్సిస్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేశాను కాబట్టి కిందకి వస్తుంది. ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది? లెఫ్ట్ కి కానీ రైట్ కి కానీ. isn't it? X axis ఇప్పుడు హారిజాంటల్ గా వర్క్ అవుతుంది, X axis ఇలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది, Y axis ఇలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది, isn't it? Y axis and X axis. So again you can use in a different way. సో మామూలుగా మనకి గ్రాఫ్ లో X యాక్సిస్ Y యాక్సిస్ ఉంటుంది కదా, X యాక్సిస్ అనేది రైట్ సైడ్ లో పాజిటివ్ వాల్యూస్ ఉంటుంది, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ లో నెగిటివ్ వాల్యూస్ ఉంటుంది. సిమిలర్లీ ఫర్ Y యాక్సిస్ ఇన్ ద టాప్ సైడ్ we have a positive values, on the bottom side or we can say it as below we have a negative values. Similarly we can use here -2 pixels and -3 pixels. Anybody can you guess what might be the output now? I'm curious to know that. Anybody can you guess what might be the output now? So when I use a -2 pixels and -3 pixels, what will happen? So I compared within a real-time graph. So let's take a normal graph. So in the normal graph, I have X-axis and Y-axis, right? Opposite side. Exactly, Prakash. Sorry, Surya. Exactly, it will go opposite side. Now let me see. It goes top and left side. It goes top and left side. So let me try to increase this to 3 pixels and 4 pixels. So you will understand more better. See, it is going into the top and left. Why? Because the negative value is in the left side and the top side in the graph. So based on the graph, it will work. So when I say graph, you're understanding, right? మన మామూలుగా బీటెక్ లో కూడా మీరు గ్రాఫ్స్ చేసి ఉంటారు. బీటెక్ అదే విధంగా ఇంటర్మీడియట్ లో మీకు ఉందో లేదో నాకు తెలియదు. ఇంటర్మీడియట్ లో కూడా మన ఫిజిక్స్ కు ఆర్ సమ్ అదర్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ కి గ్రాఫ్స్ ఉండేవి, బాక్సెస్ ఉండి గ్రాఫ్స్ ఉండేవి. ఆ గ్రాఫ్స్ లో మనం X axis Y axis ఉంటుంది. Even if you are already completed the easy subject, so in that easy subject also you can find the graph X axis and Y axis. So please try to compare that with this concept, then only you can able to understand and how it is working. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇది ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుందో మీకు అప్పుడే అర్థమవుతుంది when you compare with a real time example with a graph. So this is X axis and Y axis. Great. So let me try to remove this. So you can also change whatever color you want. This is a text color, text shadow, but there is another concept called box shadow. So that is different. So we will learn once we step into the box modeling. Okay. Anyways, thanks 07 to remember that. Great. Now let me jump into the. Actually, this is belongs to this one. Okay. Keep it 1 pixel, 1 pixels. Great. Now it's time to learn about the background properties. Okay. So as you said, for a background, we have background color, background images, background size, background positions. So some basic things. So see, మనకి ఇంకా టెక్స్ట్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి, బట్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు టెల్ యూ ఆల్ ద థింగ్స్. వై? బికాస్ ఇట్స్ టేక్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ టు గివ్ అ మోర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఆన్ ఆల్ టాపిక్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ప్రాపర్టీస్. బట్ ఐ విల్ కవర్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ when we enter into the basic project. So we will design the login page using the CSS. Then I will cover a little bit of concepts there. So at the same time, I'm trying to build an entire portfolio, right? So ఒక ఎంటైర్ పోర్ట్ఫోలియో తయారు చేస్తాం, అప్పుడు ఇంకా క్లారిటీ వస్తుంది. అండ్ ఐ విల్ లెట్ యూ నో different కాన్సెప్ట్స్ యూస్ చేస్తాం, different ప్రాపర్టీస్ యూస్ చేస్తాం. ఐ విల్ లెట్ యూ నో వేర్ we need to use this property. See, I mentioned that where it is next shadow or what is that next decoration. ఇక్కడ మనం అండర్లైన్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఇన్ సమ్ కేసెస్ we are going to use a none property. There is another property called none. We are going to use this none property at some other time or some other situation. అది ఎక్కడ యూస్ చేయాలి ఇవన్నీ మీకు ఫ్యూచర్ లో అప్కమింగ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ మనం చేసేటప్పుడు అప్పుడు చూపిస్తాను. ఓకే. యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ జస్ట్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అండ్ వాల్యూస్. టెక్స్ట్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అంటే ఇన్ని ఉన్నాయి, అర్థమవుతుంది. సిమిలర్ గా బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కి మనకి బంచ్ ఆఫ్ ఉన్నాయి. సో లెట్ మీ ట్రై టు explain with that. First, background color. So we can simply call it as a BG color. So let's take pink, refresh it. So this is how we got the background color for this text. This is how it will look. Okay, background color. I think it is visible. This is called background color. Then we have background image that is different. So simply you can also call it as a BG. You can also use BG instead of background color. You can also use BG. There is a two kind of properties we have. So you can use BG here. Anyways, it will work. Even if you use a background color or a BG, anyways, it will work. So why then you can ask me, we have a background color, right? Then why they're using a background we have a background, right? Then why are they using a background hyphen color? Is it necessary to use two properties? No. So what I'm trying to say is, so the background and the background color, both things will work in the same way. But when we need to use a background color, so in JavaScript, once we step into the JavaScript, there we will use this kind of background color property. సో ఒక బటన్ క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి. ఇన్ దట్ కేసెస్ వి యూస్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కలర్, నాట్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో యూ విల్ అండర్స్టాండ్. బట్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్ ప్రాపర్టీస్. ఓకే, ఇలాంటి ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఉన్నాయి అనేసి అర్థం చేసుకోండి. ఎక్కడెక్కడ యూస్ చేయాలి మళ్ళీ మీకు చెప్తాను. మీరు ప్రాపర్టీస్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోలేకపోతే ఎక్కడ యూస్ చేయాలో మీరు నేర్చుకున్నా కూడా యూస్ ఉండదు. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు సే, జస్ట్ ట్రై టు లర్న్ దిస్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అండ్ వాల్యూస్, అండ్ ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ వేర్ యూ నీడ్ టు యూస్ దిస్ and where you need to implement this properties. Okay, don't rush, we will learn everything slowly, don't worry. This is background. Now let me jump into the background image, img. So here we have another property. So I'm gonna, what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna comment this. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you why it is. So see, background image, here you are going to use url, and this is called parentheses. This is called a function, url function, or you can say URL method. Inside that URL, we need to use single colon or double colon. Now go to Google, search for any images. Let's take a Bahubali image. Or else you say, what image I need to search? Is there any fans? Bahubali or NTR fans? Is there anybody? So let me know. I will search for it and I will put in the background. Any movie names? Because in the most of the cases I use a Bahubali, there's only one movie I will get in a mind. So you can suggest me whatever movie I need. I will search in the Google. I will get a banner for it. Anybody? Hey Prakash, Sushmita, Swesa, Nandini. Can you suggest me any movie? Wow, wow, great. So let me go for this. Actually, it is a nice movie. Great. Good suggestion. Let's we go for this. Okay. It is looking a little bit blurred. So you need to choose good clarity picture. Then only it will reflect in your website. So it is blurred looking. Maybe I don't know. It is due to network issue. It is looking like this. Anyways, I will copy this. Right click on it. Copy image address. Copy image. So we have a two options here. Copy image address. You need to select second option. Or else you can do one more thing. I will show you what is the option. So as of now, right click on it, image, and choose for copy image address. Now go to the VS Code and paste it here. Control V. Done. You paste the URL here. Let me go to the output. Boom. See here, we got this banner here, but it is not giving that much. It is not showing anything. Only the background is changed. So what we need to do is, so we need to set the height and width for this. So HEIGT height under, let's take 500 pixels. Similarly, sorry, width 500 pixels. Now let me try to see this. Great. Now we can able to see the background. This is background property text, and this is the background image for this background property, right? Now here you can observe multiple images are repeating. So see, four images are repeating. So actually it is the process to add the background image. This is one way. So what is the next way is to upload the image from local. So this is called online. So we are copy pasting from the Google, right? There is one other way. So what we can do is you can download the image from the Google. So go to here. So right click on it, save images. You can save it, take it as Java banner. Okay. Now go here, the Visual Studio, remove this URL, or else what I will do is I will comment this and bg image URL. So now we need to upload this. So how can we do this? Java banner. So I don't know, maybe it might give an error or not. Yes, we got it. This is how. So I did nothing. What I did is I copied I uploaded the local image. అర్థమవుతుందా? లోకల్లో మనకి ఇప్పుడు డౌన్లోడ్ చేసాం చూసారా? సో ఇప్పుడు మనం డౌన్లోడ్ చేసాం, ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది ఇమేజ్, ఇజంట్ ఇట్? ఇమేజ్ మనం ఇక్కడ అప్లోడ్ చేసాం, అర్థమవుతుందా? బట్ ఇది ఎప్పుడు కొన్ని టైమ్స్ ది ఎర్రర్ ఇస్తుంది. ఎలా అంటే వీ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ అ కరెక్ట్ పాత్ హియర్, లొకేషన్ కరెక్ట్ ఇవ్వాలి, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ ఇట్ విల్ రైజ్ అన్ ఎర్రర్. గ్రేట్. This is background image. Then let me jump into the another property. So as I mentioned that this is repeating, the images are repeating. So we need to make it as one image. So for that we have a concept called, pg repeat. So here we need to mention no repeat. Now see how it will work. This is work in this way. It will only give one picture. And again, so what is the next property we have? Background image is done, background repeat is done, image repeat is, background repeat is done, and one more is background size, pg size. Basically we have two things, contain and cover. I will let you know what is this contain and what is this cover. This is contain. Just observe the output changes. I use contain. Now I'm going to use cover. Now observe carefully again. Did you observe any difference? When I use a cover, it's covering the entire box. So ఇక్కడ ఏమంటారు, ఇక్కడ 500 pixels width ఉంది, 500 pixels height ఉంది, isn't it? ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే when you use a cover value to the background size, what will happen is it will cover the entire 500 pixels width and height. ఏమవుతుందంటే స్ప్రెడ్ అవుతుంది అనమాట ఇమేజ్ అనేది. ఇమేజ్ సైజ్ అనేది ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది when you use a background size cover. At the same time, if you use a contain ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇమేజ్ యొక్క ఎగ్జాక్ట్ సైజ్ ఎంత ఉందో అది వరకు ఇక్కడ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. ఇమేజ్ యొక్క సైజ్, ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఇమేజ్ సైజ్ ఎంత ఉందో ఆ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఇమేజ్ అనేది ఇక్కడ మనకి యాడ్ అవుతుంది. సో యూ మైట్ ఆస్క్ మీ క్వశ్చన్, when I need to use a contain or when I need to use this cover properties. So that things you will learn in the upcoming projects. I will show you the live itself when we need to use this, when we need to use another properties. But as of now, just try to remember this all properties. Two things, background size, we have contain and cover. Okay. Did you miss anything? And we have yes, background position, obviously, pg position. So we have center. So when you use the center, just observe carefully. We got this image center. అర్థమవుతుందా? సెంటర్ అంటే మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడికి రాలేదు కదా అని అడగద్దండి, ఎందుకంటే మనం ఇవన్నీ మనం ఈ ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఎక్కడ అప్లై చేస్తున్నాం? H1 కి అప్లై చేస్తున్నాం. H1 కి ఎంత ఇచ్చాం? హైట్ విడ్త్. ఓకే, మీకు బార్డర్ ఇస్తాను, మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. బార్డర్ లెట్స్ టేక్ 5 pixels, solid black. You can understand now. See, this is actual box. Inside this box, actually this image will reflect. When you use a contain, now if I use a cover here, observe here carefully. It will spread entire the box. అర్థమవుతుందా? బాక్స్ మనకి బాక్స్ చుట్టూ బార్డర్ ఉంది, ఆ బార్డర్ మొత్తం ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఇన్సైడ్ బాక్స్ మొత్తం కవర్ చేసుకుంటుంది మీరు కవర్ యూజ్ చేస్తే. అదే కంటెంట్ యూజ్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే ఎగ్జాక్ట్ సైజ్ ఎంత ఉందో అది అంత అది అప్లోడ్ చేస్తుంది, అది ఇమేజ్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ సైజ్ అప్లోడ్ చేస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు మనకి సెంటర్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం, బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ పొజిషన్. అదే విధంగా మనకి లెఫ్ట్ అండ్ రైట్ ఉంది. దిస్ ఇస్ లెఫ్ట్ ప్రాపర్టీ, దిస్ ఇస్ రైట్ ప్రాపర్టీ. అగైన్ this is right property. So same మనకి టెక్స్ట్ అలైన్మెంట్ ఉంది చూసారా, లెఫ్ట్ టు రైట్ టు సెంటర్. సేమ్ ఇక్కడ కూడా బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ పొజిషన్ కూడా లెఫ్ట్ టు రైట్ టు సెంటర్ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో బేస్డ్ అపాన్ అవర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ వీ నీడ్ టు చేంజ్ ది వాల్యూస్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రాపర్టీస్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఇమేజెస్ అండ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ప్రాపర్టీస్, వెరీ బేసిక్ వన్స్. సో ఇప్పటివరకు ఏమేమి డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం మనం బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లో? బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కలర్, పీజీ కలర్ అండ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఇమేజ్. So we learned two ways to upload the image into a website, right? And background repeat to stop the repeated ones. Or else we can have one more thing here, repeat x-axis. Observe here, repeat x-axis. Now did you observe? The image will repeat in a x-axis way. it will not repeat in a y-axis. When you use the y-axis, now observe carefully again. It will repeat in a y-axis. Anyways, it's set to the it యాక్చువల్గా సెట్ అయిపోయింది అనమాట ఇమేజ్. అదే కాకుండా మీరు ఈ పిక్సెల్స్ యూస్ చేయకుండా ఉంటే అప్పుడు ఏం మీకు అర్థం అవుతుంది. ఓ లెట్ వి ట్రై టు రిమూవ్ దిస్. యూ కెన్ సీ ఇక్కడ ఒక ఇమేజ్ వచ్చింది చూసారా, ఇక్కడ ఒక ఇమేజ్ వచ్చింది, ఇక్కడ ఒక ఇమేజ్ వచ్చింది, కింద ఒక ఇమేజ్ వచ్చింది. ఇది వై యాక్సిస్ గా రిపీట్ అవుతుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇది సారీ, ఇది ఒక ఇమేజ్, మిడిల్ ఒక ఇమేజ్ ఉంది, కింద ఒక ఇమేజ్ ఉంది. ఇది వై యాక్సిస్ గా ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇమేజెస్ అనేది రిపీట్ అవుతుంది. అదే నేను ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ మెన్షన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ బేస్డ్ అంటే హారిజెంటల్ గా ఇమేజెస్ అనేది రిపీట్ అవుతుంది చూసారా. ఇప్పుడు వై యాక్సిస్ లో ఏమీ లేదు, హారిజెంటల్ గా మాత్రం ఏడొక ఇమేజ్ ఉంది, ఏడొక ఇమేజ్ ఉంది, ఏడొక ఇమేజ్ ఉంది. సో ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు రిపీట్, then you can simply call it as no repeat. That's it. It will work like this. Great. So we can use cover itself. This is how it will work, guys. So I hope you understand the points. So great. We can stop this.